Where do Californians really go when they leave California? Everyone thinks they know where Californians go when they leave. Texas, Nevada, maybe Tennessee. The Census Bureau released its newest migration data this January, and part of that guess is right. Part of it is wrong by a mile. And the biggest surprise isn't in the data at all. It's what I've watched happen when people try to come back. If we haven't met yet, I'm Donovan. I'm 4th generation in real estate, 3rd generation in coastal Orange County, and an attorney as well as a broker in coastal Orange County. I grew up in Newport Beach and I've lived in Costa Mesa for over 30 years, and I've raised my family there. Part of my work is helping people relocate into Orange County, out of it, and across the country through my referral network. I've watched where people go and I've watched what happens after. Here's what the newest numbers say. In 2024, the most recent year the Census Bureau has published, just over 661,000 people left California for another state. That's the largest outflow in the entire country. And here's the part that never makes the headlines. Nearly 407,000 people moved into California that same year, the 3rd most in the nation. The net loss is real, about 254,000 people, but this is a two-way road, and anyone who tells you it only runs east isn't reading the data. Today, I'm counting down the top 5 states Californians moved to straight from the Census Bureau's state-to-state migration data. Then I'll show you the state everyone talks about that didn't crack the list. And I'll finish with a part of this story nobody covers, the people who want to come back and can't. Number 5, Florida. Just over 36,000 Californians made that move in 2024. Florida gets the headlines as America's inbound champion. It received more movers than any state in the country. But for Californians specifically, it's 5th. It's a long way from home, and most people leaving California stay west. Worth knowing, Oregon came in right behind Florida at around 31,500. The Pacific Northwest quietly pulls more Californians than most people realize. Number 4, Washington. Nearly 44,000 Californians moved there in 2024. This is the underrated one. Washington rarely gets the exodus narrative, but it's consistently one of the top destinations. No state income tax, a deep job market around Seattle, and for a lot of tech workers, it's a transfer instead of a leap. Here's the fact worth holding on to. California is the single biggest source of people moving to Washington. Quick pause because I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you left California, or are you thinking about it? And if you left and came back, tell me what pulled you home. Drop that below, I'm curious. Now back to the countdown. Number 3, Arizona. Just over 52,000 Californians in 2024, one of the largest state-to-state moves in the entire country. Proximity does a lot of the work here. You can drive back for the holidays. Housing costs a fraction of coastal California. And here's the two-way road again. While 52,000 Californians moved to Arizona, more than 28,000 people moved from Arizona to California the same year. The traffic runs in both directions, just not evenly. Number 2, Nevada. About 53,000 Californians, and the math deserves a caveat. Nevada edges Arizona by roughly 1,000 people, which is inside the margin of error. Statistically, they're tied. What sets Nevada apart is scale. It's a smaller state, and relative to its population, Nevada absorbs more of this migration than any state in the top 5. Las Vegas and Reno have taken in wave after wave of Californians chasing lower housing costs without giving up the West. Which brings up the state you expected to hear. Tennessee. Tennessee gets talked about like a top destination. Nashville, no state income tax, a steady stream of move to Tennessee content online. The data says about 19,600 Californians moved to Tennessee in 2024. That's roughly a quarter of the Texas number, behind Oregon and essentially tied with Colorado. The move to Tennessee is real, but it isn't growing. The newest number is slightly below where it was 2 years ago. The buzz grew, the moves didn't. There's a gap between where people talk about moving and where they sign closing documents. The gap is exactly why I pulled the data instead of repeating the narrative. Number 1, Texas. Sure, it's a big surprise. No suspense here. Just over 77,000 Californians moved to Texas in 2024. That's not only the top destination for Californians, it's the single largest state-to-state migration flow in the entire United States. And here's something the Exodus headlines skip. That number has been falling. Roughly 108,000 in 2021, then 102,000, then 94,000. Now, 77,000, down nearly 30% from the peak. Texas is still number one by a mile. The pipeline is just smaller than it was. And I see it in my own business. I have clients who landed in Houston and Austin and the Dallas area and in other states too. That makes this a good moment to say it. If you're weighing a move like this out of California into it or back, and you want to talk through whether the numbers work for your situation, reach out and book a call. My team and I have time for you. My contact information is in the description below. Why do people go? Why Texas? Why any of these states? The documented reason, not the assumed one, is housing. The Public Policy Institute of California has tracked this for years. Housing costs are the number one reason people report for leaving. Since 2015, California's net loss of people who cited housing as their primary reason is close to 900,000 people. This research also shows a pattern in who leaves. PPIC found Republicans have been much more likely to leave out of state than the Democrats. That's pattern in the data, not a motive I'm assigning. The dominant documented driver is the cost of a roof. And one more thing about Texas, because skipping it would be doing you a disservice. No state income tax is real. It's also not free. Texas property taxes are among the highest in the country, roughly double California's average effective rate. And Texas reassesses your home at market value every year. Prices in Texas are lower, and for many people, the math still works. Just run the whole equation and not half of it. Here's the part of the story that nobody covers. What happens when people want to come back to California? Many of my clients who moved to Texas loved it. Some of them would come home tomorrow if the math worked, and often it doesn't. The ones who can't get back are priced out mostly by housing, and many settle into a pattern I see over and over. They stay where they are, and then they spend real money every year vacationing back in California, visiting the life they used to own. One client left for family, a completely legitimate reason, the kind of move I'd support every time, if it's well thought out. They were gone a year, 2 at most, when they were ready to come back, but values here had nearly doubled. The home they sold was out of reach. The neighborhoods around it were out of reach. They did not come back, not because they didn't want to, because they couldn't. And there's a second layer most people never consider until it's too late. Prop 13. In California, your assessed value is set when you buy, and increases in that assessed value are capped at 2% per year, no matter what the market does. Own a home here for 10 or 20 years, and you're carrying a property tax bill a new buyer simply can't get. When you sell and leave California, that protection does not come with you. And if you return, you buy at today's prices, and you're reassessed at today's value. The market moved while you were gone, and your tax basis reset with it. Leaving California is a decision you can make in a weekend. Getting back in can be a decision the market makes for you. That's not a reason to stay. It's a reason to know exactly what you're giving up before you go and to have a plan for it. The bottom line, the data says Texas, Nevada, Arizona, Washington, Florida, in that order. But your decision shouldn't be about where everybody else goes. It should be about whether the move works for you, your life, your money, and in both directions. Leaving and someday maybe coming back. That's a decision worth making with clear eyes, and it's the kind of decision I help people make every week. Tell me in the comments, if you left California, where did you go? And would you make the same move again? If you're thinking about relocating to Costa Mesa or anywhere in coastal Orange County, or you're weighing a move out and you want to talk about the numbers for your situation, reach out. My contact information is below, along with my free Costa Mesa relocation guide and my website, DonovanBlatt Realty. And if you're moving somewhere else entirely, I have a strong network of agents I trust across the country. Wherever you're headed, I can help you get the right person in your corner. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I put out videos every Thursday at 7 p.m. on what it's really like to buy, sell, and live in coastal Orange County. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just clarity. I'm Christine Donovan, broker and attorney. Clarity first, strategy that sells. I'll see you in the next one.